In the summer of 2015, I reviewed a film that I had been requested since reviewing Traces of Death. That, of course, is Faces of Gore. Overall, I bashed the film because it was insanely boring and dragged on for too long. Months later, I had been contacted by someone telling me I shouldn't judge a director on a film that they believe isn't their best. Also, I mentioned in the review that director Todd Tjersland was promoting another film called The Necro Files. Since then, I actually found myself a copy on DVD. So I guess now we could really determine what Todd Tjersland has to bring to the table. What's up everyone, how's it going? This is Steve as always from Shock Extreme Productions, and I have another movie review for you guys today. And today is going to be, overall I'm going to put it as VidEvil video, but it could be for anybody, Todd Tjersland, Astaroth Entertainment, but we'll just go with VidEvil video since that's the company that put this out. Like I said in the Faces of Gore review, I thought it was impossible to find a copy, but thankfully, people have told me it's not that hard, and thankfully somebody reached out to me and provided me with a link to find the copy of the Necro Files on DVD, which I have in my possession. Actually, going into the film, I realized that Todd Tjersland did not direct the film. In fact, he did the story and special effects, and he also executive produced the film. The film was produced and directed by a guy named Jaissle. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right or not. But like I said, that film is The Necro Files. This is actually a DVD-R put out by a company called VidEvil Video, and if I'm not mistaken or not, I believe that is the director's signature on the DVD. If I'm not mistaken, I can't really tell. So finally, we can answer the question of what the hell was playing in the last couple of minutes of Faces of Gore. To my surprise, it's another shot-on-video film. We start the film like most other independent films do. Hot-looking chick taking a shower. So far, no complaints. Then we see her being attacked by some serial rapist named Logan, who pretty much rapes women and completely mutilates them. The police eventually come to the house and arrest him, but one of the police officers, not the one whose sister was murdered by Logan, goes on a total rampage, starts beating this guy up and pumping him full of lead, and ended up killing him. As time goes on, we see a group of Satanists come to one graveyard and sacrifice a baby to Satan. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that is the same cemetery from Faces of Gore. The leader of the death cult ends up taking a piss on one of the graves, saying some prayer to Satan, and it ends up resurrecting Logan, who kills most of the cult members. Two of them escapes, and Logan goes off on a killing rampage as a zombie. Now here's one thing that was original and unique about this film. I've seen films where people rise from the dead to kill, but this is the first time where I've seen somebody rise from the dead and not only kill people again, but rape people again. This guy walks around with a fully erect penis, going around raping women, mutilating them. It's bizarre, but in the end, it was actually pretty original. The two cops are back. The one that killed Logan back then is now really off his meds. In fact, he's just a straight up cokehead now. They get reports of the deaths going on, and they realize that it must be Logan because one of the officers said the DNA from one of the crime scenes was Logan's DNA. And that's pretty much the film as it is. Now my thoughts. For a shot-on-video film, and for a Todd Tjersland production, I was actually pretty entertained by this film. You know, the acting was pretty horrible. The story was okay. but the gore and the special effects were actually really good for a shot-on-video film. The blood splatter effects were really good, and the intestines were actually really good and pretty gross. It almost reminded me of Zombie Bloodbath with the intestines they used. The funniest scene in this whole movie is when Logan falls in love with this sex doll and is running around the field with it, and it almost reminded me of Jeremy in Splatter Farm, where he's just running around the field going nuts. There's really not that much else to say about the film. It's another shot-on-video film, and I guess it should have a proper recognition for being that. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 5 out of 10. It's nothing new for shot-on-video besides a zombie coming back to life and raping people. But overall, it's at least worth a watch. If you want to see it for yourself, you can go to VidEvilVideo.com. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I'm pretty sure you can find other DVDs here and there. One thing I was told is that Todd Tjersland was working on a film called Midnight Movie, and I've looked on his website, which I'll put in the description below, him talking about the film, saying it'll be up on DVD, but I cannot find that anywhere. If somebody knows where I could find Midnight Movie, or if I could find even Faces of Gore 3 or the best of Faces of Gore, please leave that in the description. I'm very eager to find out. So overall, Todd Tjersland, you've gained my respect. I gotta say that. You know, this film was actually pretty entertaining. So yeah, you've earned my respect, brother. Anyways guys, that was my review. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you like this video, definitely subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you guys do. Once again, my name is Steve from Shock Extreme Productions, and until next time, see y'all later.